Welcome to Divine Masculine reading. We have a Divine Feminine reading up. The Divine Feminine extended reading is up. It called for it today. So that is uploading now. We are here doing the Divine Masculine reading. Oh, okay. Hope you are well. Hope you are grooving along nicely. Very different vibe to the feminine reading. So feminine reading started off really gentle, loving, self-nurturing, and then went into a space of indicating where to go deeper into that self-nurturing, self-loving, hence the extended, because then it kind of had the nice vibe and then split off into something that wasn't so great, influencing or hindering the nice vibe. So the extended is about where that extension of energy that just keeps stopping the greatness from coming in for the Divine Feminine, how to approach it, how to shift our perspective of it, or at least question it. Divine Masculine reading coming in right now with kind of very standoffish energy, more like a security guard kind of vibe, but more of a okay, it's going to sound a bit weird, but more of a kind of mythical beast kind of feeling. I don't know, it's like some kind of I'm seeing like a big massive cave entrance, and there's a big hearty figure with a big club in the hand, quite Neanderthal kind of looking, and then there's like a little person beside. Let's see what it's about, because that's quite a detailed and unusual vibe going on. Cooperation, what, between the two? So take the hand offered or asked. So having that protection, having that, so maybe the protection is not coming in from where we think. Right, let's just get the masculine card, because this is such a funky vibe. I don't really want to assume, I want it to speak for itself. So oh, it's really sweet, it's kind. So something that's coming in, it may look scary, it may look, so this is now tying in with the feminine reading, looking at the demonic energies in the feminine reading in a different perspective. So where you may have felt threatened before, you are now in letting go of that threat, allowing yourself to feel safer in where you are coming in, because you are changing perspective of how you protect yourself, how you approach what is perceived as a threat. Coming in with a stronger sense of, you don't have to disclose everything of yourself, you don't have to tell everything of yourself to the very thing that's feeling like a threat. Therefore, that act, one act alone, in keeping more information to yourself, keeping more discernment about what you share with others. And it's just generally, because it's like not letting that steam out the engine go, not letting that fire just kind of like be burnt out by just letting it be exposed all the time. So keeping the protection of the fire, keeping the protection of your own inner steam, your own inner momentum. So communicating with yourself in a different way. That also means then you're communicating with others in a different way, communicating from a different space, communicating with a different kind of stance. This communication is designed, I'm going to say, intended to make sure that you are communicating effectively and efficiently with yourself in a particular way. So, for example, very, very much so an example, if you were to build your own new home from scratch, you would first have to confer with yourself. How do you want this to be? What kind of kitchen do you want? What kind of bathrooms you want? What kind of, how many bedrooms do you want? Do you want any bedrooms? Do you want it open plan? Do you want it sectioned off? Do you want high-rise walls? Do you want low ceilings? What all these details, you first need to decide yourself what you need and what you want and what your tastes like. Then, if you're building this with someone else, then would be the point at which you speak with them about it. Then you'd have a different kind of conversation with the architects. Then you'd have a different kind of conversation with the builders. You'd have a different kind of conversation with the painters and decorators. So on and on and on and on. But it's the same home. It's the same space. It's just identifying that the nature of the conversation changes between you, yourself, it being a dream and making it a reality. And then those processes of which it becomes a reality. Therefore, the feminine energy is more to do with the emotional way we communicate with ourselves. This is now about how we practically communicate with ourselves. If we practically have told ourselves we can't do it, it's not possible, I don't have the support, I don't have the resources, what message is that sending out? Therefore, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that. How do I do it? What do I need to do it? And start feeling into where is it? Almost like a metal detector, but energy detector. Detecting the energetic resources so that you can actually bring them in and make it tangible. So you got the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands, mastering this, not just communicating it now, making it something that you're going to be balancing, you're going to be harmonizing, you're going to be energetically aligned with, you're going to be making sure that it's clear of any interference, any lower vibe information that's been coming in that's stopping you or hindering you. And what I mean by that is when you have those useful bits of information coming from someone, it's like, oh, it's going to take too long. Is that information useful or not? Not necessarily. Therefore, take your information and let it be somewhere else. Oh, it's going to cost too much. Take that information and take it somewhere else. Oh, I've seen someone else do this before and they didn't get to do it properly. Take that information and take it somewhere else. Mastering that. Allowing in, again, the correct kind of conversations to come in. The correct kind of action plan to come in. The correct... qualified, experienced people to come in to support you to do what you want to do, support your next best steps. We had this in the feminine reading. It really is some magical vibes going on today. Really going into that space of create what you want, create from a realistic perspective. All of those energies of I can't do this, I can't do that, let it go. What do you want? Let your heart and your mind sing to you. Let it talk to you with an honest and truthful vibe. What do you seriously, sincerely, genuinely want and desire? Let your higher self speak to you. Let your higher self inform you if you don't quite know. Sometimes we limit ourselves because we don't know how to want the very things that are available to us. We don't even know what's available to us half the time. So how can we say, yes, I'd like that, please. Bring in some love to this. Bring in some, what is what's available. More than what do I want, is what's available for me to be had. What is available as my higher self for me to receive. What actually is there? Show me. What's on the menu? What's on the to-do list? What's on the possible to-do list? Really have fun with it. Really go exploring and embrace this really fantastic, expansive energy. Right, so there may have been, this is where it's like boom, stop. There may have been instances, and then it may have been simply that you've heard people say, oh, it didn't work, it's not going to work, blah blah blah, whatever. Let that go. Where you felt like you wanted to be in a particular group, you wanted to be in a particular way, you wanted to live in a particular place, you wanted to live in a particular style, you wanted to have a particular job, you wanted to be friends with particular people. All of that that's not happening right now and you can't have. It's not necessarily true that you can't have it. It may be that you need to have it in a different way, or it may simply be that it's just not meant for you. Therefore, release and let go of it. So what coming in here is where where you think you were supposed to feel content because you've been told that this is a good place for you to go to college, this is a good place for you to work, this is a good place for you to have a home, this is a good place for you to whatever it is, but it wasn't good for you. It was good for the person who was telling you that it's good for them. You should live in the house next to me. Why would I want to do that? But on some level, you took it on. Oh, maybe I should. Maybe they know something I don't. Release, let go. But because this is the root source of a lot of that feeling of you felt out of place, feeling out of touch with yourself, feeling out of touch with your dreams, not knowing, therefore deepening that feeling of not knowing what you want, not knowing what you need, because you've gone more and more into the arena of what others have told you that you want, and then you feeling possibly there's something wrong with you because you don't want that. Something wrong with you because you don't like listening to the same music, or there's something wrong with you because you don't wear the same clothes. There's something wrong with you because you don't enjoy the same foods. This is definitely feeling like there's roots in the childhood space, the childhood area, the childhood development, the childhood influences. So now those are lingering. So it might not even be in the consciousness, it might not be in the subconsciousness, it might be in the very, very, very dark depths of the unconsciousness. So now I'm seeing that image again of the cave, the cave door, kind of here. It's cave door, the doorway of the cave, the opening of the cave, and then you've got that massive mythical creature kind of thing with a big club in its hand, looking quite Neanderthal-like. That part of your being, that part of your protection, that part of your nurturing of self, that part of your senses and your awareness, that primitive, distinct, primitive part of you, where we are told to ignore it, we are told that it doesn't work for us anymore, therefore we should just be telling it to bugger off, basically. And it's like, well, actually, if you think about it, it's not that there's no threats in this world now, it's that the threats are different, the intensity of the threats are different. Just because we don't have a physical saber-toothed tiger chasing us, we have other weirdos and weirder, possibly even stranger things chasing us and trying to knock us down and trying to bring us down. I'm not going to go into what, because that's a whole different array of areas we can go to, such as commercial or marketing or this or that, bombarded with social media, this, whatever. I mean the negative energies of it. People, constructs, there's loads of them. So those things are a threat. Therefore, it's not that we don't have threats anymore, it's that we have different kinds of threats, and identifying them and letting them go, because a lot of those things are focusing on us feeling insecure about ourselves, feeling that we're inadequate, feeling that we're not good enough, feeling that we're not equipped to achieve more for ourselves, therefore making us feel like we are outside of ourselves. We've got 3 cups up and 2 that are spilt over, focusing on the 2 spilt cups, putting our shoulders down, feeling depleted, feeling degraded, feeling humiliated on some level. Therefore, those 2 cups that have fallen, they're fallen. What can you do? Pick them up and start filling it with the stuff you actually want, you actually need. There may be a blessing in that having fallen. You don't want to be drinking from a tainted cup. Like, it was really weird. It was quite spooky. But if you watch the extended Divine Feminine, I shouldn't say spooky, but it was very strange. That I literally came to the end of the reading, and as I came to the end of the reading, Divine Feminine, all the lights went off. Those of you who've been watching me for a little bit now, you definitely know in the last week or so there's been weird stuff going on with the lighting and stuff, knocks on the door and this and that, and it's like, yes, that's life, and I am doing it in the particular place where there are people coming and going, whatever, and there are certain impacts and influences that I can have, but for the light to go off that way, literally come to the end of the reading, light, all the lights, not just one light, the room light, everything. The electricity's on. Because I know the fridge was still working and other things were still working. It's just the lights went off. So bringing a close to those things we don't need. Bringing a close to the things that were shining a false light onto certain things. Illuminating false path. Let go of that false path. Start feeling into and sensing deep within you the true path. Try and embrace what is truly yours instead of what's been shown as, oh, look at this, isn't this a nice fluffy thing that you want? The superficial path that's been illuminated, release and let go. Bring in the true path of your higher self, of your higher potential. Then you're going to eliminate more of this feeling of feeling left out. There will be less and less of that feeling of being left out, therefore more connected with self. So we want another card here. Strength. There you go. Feel into your strengths, feel into where you know you want to go, feel into where you want to be. All that feeling of left out. You ain't left out of anything. What you're supposed to be, yours, and you feel, where is it within you? Where is it within you? What does it connect you to? Do you have new acquaintances coming in? Are you letting go of certain acquaintances? Are there certain people you connected with as a child that just still linger in your memories, still linger in your peripheral vision, your metaphorical peripheral vision, in your third eye, in your energy field, in your frequency? Letting it go. Letting it go, and off you go. Get on that horse with a new perspective of how to do things, a new way of approaching things. And you've got the King of Cups holding up love to your new vision, to your new way of doing it. What, literally, you've got a blank canvas. What do you want? And if you don't know what you want, what is your higher self guiding towards you for you to enjoy? That is a scary thing on some level, because if you don't know what you want, like people can say a lot of the time, well, what do you want? It's like, well, I don't actually know. Why do you not know? Is it because you've been told to have something and want something that's not even yours and not true to you, therefore disconnected you from your feelings of what you truly desire? We're going to get one more here. Page of Wands. New communication, new way of mastering things, new way of going ahead. More confidence, a fresh perspective, and actually doing it is the practical aspects of actually, I can do this. After all those times you've said to yourself, I can't do this, I don't have this, I don't have that. Now telling yourself, if this is meant for me, I will find the resources, I will find the path, I will have the correct people work on it with me, I will have high vibe people working on it with me, and building this gorgeous foundation. I'm going to leave it there because that's a great reading, very conclusive, very wrapped up in a nice bouquet kind of vibe. What that came, and there's two images of those people are about. Not quite sure. It could be yourself now and yourself in the past, and I don't mean past, I mean like past. That divine protection is there. Utilize it. Connecting with your higher self. So you have the monthly readings up, you can check those out. You have the Divine Feminine reading from today up. The Divine Feminine extended reading is uploading now, and this one will be uploading also. So until next time, peace and love.